Hello and welcome all to this e-learning platform of SGT University. I am Kaushal Sharma from Department of Civil Engineering. Today we will study about columns. What is column? Column is a vertical member of a structure which undergoes compressive loading. Have you ever seen a column? The answer is yes. You have seen column at your homes, workplaces, if you are a student at your university or college, at malls and at metro stations. On the basis of failures, there are two types of column, short column and long column. The one which undergoes crushing is short column and the one which undergoes buckling is long column. To calculate buckling, we should know about Euler theory. There are several assumptions made under Euler theory. These assumptions are: the column should be perfectly straight and axially loaded. The surface of the column should be perfectly uniform. The material of the column is isotropic, homogeneous, perfectly elastic and should obey Hooke's law. And the last one is the column should fail under buckling only. To calculate buckling, a formula is given by Euler theory. The formula is buckling load is equals to pi square EI divided by L effective square, whereas pi is a mathematical constant, E is Young modulus of elasticity, which is a property of a material. For example, the Young modulus of elasticity for steel is greater than that of the wood. I is moment of inertia and L effective length of the column. To know what is effective length and how to calculate effective length, we should know about different end connections and different end conditions. The different end connections are hinged, fixed, free, and the one which is translation free but rotation fixed. On the basis of this type of different end connections, there are several end conditions. These end conditions are: A, fixed at both the ends; B, fixed at one end and hinged at the other; C, fixed at one end and translation free at the other. That means the other end can move in a horizontal direction. D, hinged at both the ends. E, fixed at one end and free at the other end. F, hinged at one end and translation free at the other end. How these end connections and end conditions behave? For better understanding, we should practically know what these end connections are. The first one is the fixed end connections. The fixed one, as you can see in the picture, the flange is bolted and the web is also bolted. In this type of connections, the column cannot move in a horizontal direction and it also cannot rotate. The second one is the hinge connection. In this type of connection, the column cannot move in a horizontal direction but it can rotate. The third one is the translation free but rotation fixed. The perfect example for that kind of condition is a seismic base isolation system. In this system, the foundation is fixed but structure can move in a horizontal direction to prevent the structure from seismic loading. The last one is the free end connections. In this type of connection, the column can move in a horizontal direction and it also can rotate. A flagpole is a perfect example for that type of end connections. Generally, a question arises in the mind of student that a structure which is tall and cylindrical in shape, is it an example of free end connections? Theoretically, the answer is yes, but practically there are other major factors on which the behavior of structure depends other than buckling. So today we studied about what is column, different types of column, different end conditions and Euler theory. I hope the lecture was useful for you. Thank you.